Hey guys, welcome to the channel. You're watching the Art Occultist and my name is Elisa. I am so happy to have you here with me today. Today I was brainstorming some topic ideas for videos and I have a few that ultimately all of them are going to come on the channel. But today I want to speak on how you can build a relationship with Hekate if you are a complete newbie. And so the title of this video most likely is something along the lines, so you want to work with Hekate. So just a brief backstory about where I'm coming from and my personal relationship and connection to Hekate, and then I'm going to share my 2 cents on the topic of being a beginner and working with this amazing entity that is Hekate. So if you have watched my previous videos, you may have stumbled upon my story with Hekate. But anyway, I'm just going to briefly repeat that for any new viewers and people here on the channel, if this is your first time stumbling upon a video from me. So yeah, okay. Back at 2024, 2023, those 2 years were very challenging for me. In 2023, in October of 2023, I moved back to my home country, Bulgaria. Prior to that, I was living in Austria, Vienna. So when I moved back home, things were all over the place. My life was really messy. I had to go back to working a muggle job, if you will. Me and my partner were living with my grandmother while we were renovating our home. And things were really chaotic. Yeah, my life was all over the place. And 2024 rolled around, and because we were living with my grandmother, the apartment that we were staying at was my dad's place. Now, my father passed away in 2021, and he had been suffering with alcoholism and some mental health things as well. So when he passed away, he was very unwell, mentally, emotionally, and physically. And in his alcohol delusions states, he used to self-express, he used to write his thoughts, he used to do art on the walls of this apartment. So in a way, this apartment became an external expression of his inner struggles. And when me and my partner moved in, the partner was very much in the state that my father left it when he died. So as I was living in this apartment, I was being confronted with his struggles, and I became very severely depressed. Now, I myself had been struggling with my mental health and depression since I was literally 6 years old. So I had my own demons and struggles internally. And this living environment only fed into me not being well mentally and emotionally. All of those things, all of those influences and factors contributed to me falling down pretty badly. I reached a point where for maybe 6 months I didn't want to be here anymore. I was contemplating ending myself, and I was in a really, really dark place. So yeah, in that darkness, I found Hekate, or she found me. I don't know what exactly happened. But in August of 2024, I developed an interest towards Hekate. Prior to that, my spiritual practice revolved around Lord Ganesha, and it was really influenced by Hinduism, Advaita Vedanta, and Eastern philosophies and traditions. Excuse me. But yeah, prior to me finding Hekate, my practice was built around Lord Ganesha and my relationship with him, and yeah, Eastern philosophies. While I was in that depressed state, my spiritual practice with Lord Ganesha was barely holding me afloat. It wasn't helping me to the extent that I needed. And I wasn't receiving support from my environment or the people around me. Pretty much they didn't know what to do with me. In August, it was the 12th of August 2024, Hekate entered the scene. Prior to that, I've never had any specific interest in her. I knew who she was in terms of I've heard her name, etc. online. But I didn't have any interest in working with her, getting to know her, and so on. So I was in my lowest point, and I kind of become aware of her. So one day, one night, I don't remember exactly, I thought to myself that I'm not going to lose anything if I follow this desire to develop an interest in her. So I got a little tea light and I sat down in my room in this very dark apartment, emotionally dark apartment, and I wrote a letter to Hekate. I poured all of my heart and soul in this letter. I expressed everything that I've been struggling with and all of the spiel. So I wrote her a letter. I said, okay, Hekate, I don't know why I am feeling drawn to you. I don't know you, etc. I just was very honest, very authentic, and I just did that. And in a matter of days, I began seeing improvements in my mental and emotional health. I began seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. And it was very interesting because nothing else in my life changed except for that singular action of reaching to Hekate. So this is how I'm explaining the improvement to myself, is that nothing else changed. I didn't do anything different except writing that letter. And in a matter of days, my mental state and my emotional state, the darkness, it felt like Hekate was lifting that darkness from my shoulders. And it was truly remarkable. So after I've received the confirmation that she is in fact really there, and after I felt the improvement, it was immediate. Like I never expected something so drastic. So yeah, after I received that confirmation that she was there and this was real, this was really happening, I was seeing improvement day by day. Things began to look better and things started moving very fast. So yeah, this was in August. And by the way, throughout this whole journey, we were still very much deep into renovations of the apartment. And things were not going as smoothly. We were having a lot of issues around the whole renovation process, etc. But as soon as Hekate entered, those things started resolving themselves as well. It was very weird. And in October, the same year, so I met her in August, in the middle of August. In the middle of October 2024, we had already moved to the new place. So this is what, 2 months, my life changed drastically, and I was taken away from that toxic environment of that apartment, and I was placed into a new environment that is a blank canvas for me to decorate, create my home and my sanctuary in. So 2 months is a very, very, very rapid development in terms of where my life had been prior to that. So I continued to work with her, developing my connection, giving her daily offerings, speaking to her every single day. And by the virtue of doing so, my whole spiritual life practice started to develop around her. She became my anchor. And in March 2025, it was the 26th of March, I performed a dedication ceremony in which I dedicated myself in her service. And she became my matron goddess. Right now, I still work with other forms of the divine. I still have very close relationships with other divinities, deities, and spirits, but she is my anchor and my main focus. So yeah, this is my start with Hekate. And now let's speak about, if you are new to this, if you want to develop a relationship with her, some practical things, etc. Now, I don't have notes. I am speaking from my heart. This is going to be very intuitive as the majority of my content. So stay with me. Before we dive into this, I want to address some fear-mongering that's been going on online when it comes to Hekate. I've seen a lot of practitioners come on here and say that Hekate ruined their life, that Hekate is this evil being that will crush you, that is so demanding that you will no longer have free will, if you will. This is not true. I just want to say it like it is. This is not true. This is a projection, a human projection onto her. She is not evil. She is not a demon. She is not going to ruin you. As I shared my story, you can see that she is very loving, very compassionate, and she can help you improve your life. So with that out of the way, let's dive into the topic of, so you want to work with Hekate, so you want to build a relationship with her. The first step that I would suggest you take is to ask yourself why. Why do I feel that I am drawn to Hekate? Do I feel that she is calling me? Or do I want to pursue that relationship and introduce myself and see what happens? See if she's interested in connecting with me. This is the first thing that I advise anybody that is trying to build a spiritual connection to any form of the divine. It doesn't matter if it's Hekate, Aphrodite, a spirit guide, whoever it might be, this is the first step that you need to take. Self-reflection on why am I drawn to this? And sometimes you don't know, you just feel this intuitive nudge to reach out, and that's totally valid as well. Number 2, decide on the method of communication. For me, in my personal story, it was by writing a letter and then seeing what happens after that. For you, it may be through a ritual. You can sit down and just speak directly to her, say, Hekate, I don't know why I'm drawn to you, but da 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 da. Express yourself truthfully, honestly, and be authentic. Don't try to manipulate her, don't try to lie to her, because it is not going to result in a good way, meaning she may not respond to you. She always knows if you are truthful in your intentions. Number 3, I guess, research. It is very important to research her. She has a very rich history and mythology, and she is a very diverse deity. To be quite honest, she is actually a titaness, not a goddess, but yeah, so do your due diligence and research. Now there are a plethora of great content for free here on YouTube, but there are also some great books that you can read on her. So research, research, research. I am saying that you need to do that because by researching, you are actually learning about who she is, how she was worshipped in antiquity, in the past, and you can also look online for modern day practitioners and how they are working with her, worshipping her right now in the 21st century. All of those things are valid so that you can gather information and see what feels right for you and how you want to approach your own relationship with her. It is also very important to gather information because a lot of people online say that Hekate is only this, Hekate is only that. But the reality is that Hekate is so vast. She is considered to be the soul of the world. She is considered to be the world tree, the axis mundi. And in that role, she is also a part of you. So do your due diligence and don't believe everything that everybody is saying, and really make yourself informed, meaning do your own research. So yeah, Hekate is considered to be the liminal itself. She is the keeper of the threshold. She is keeper of keys. She is the goddess of the crossroads. She is the goddess of witches. She is queen of witches, mother of witches. She is considered to be mother of all. She has so many different epithets. She is connected to the sea, the land, and the sky. She has ties to the underworld. She is the soul guide. She is a psychopomp. She helps lost souls find their purpose, find their way in the afterlife and in this life. So yeah, please educate yourself and do your own research. Okay. The next step, if you decide that this is a relationship that you want to pursue, is, and if she is interested in this, set up a small altar space. Now, if you are practicing in secret and if it's not safe for you to have a physical altar, you can construct one in your mind. This is an option for you. But for those of you that have the means and the safety and the space, it is a great idea to dedicate a little corner of your house, of your living space to her. On this altar, you can start by placing a image of her. You can find a beautiful depictions of Hekate online, and you can simply print the picture and frame it. And that's enough for you to start. Now, the other items that I would say are essential to have on this altar space is a candle. The most affordable way to have candles is to buy one of those big packs of tea lights and change them as they burn, as they go. And I would also suggest that you have a vessel of some kind and a glass of water, a cup of water. Those are very accessible things. We all have them in our homes. And now, when you have established a dedicated space to her, you can start actually building a daily practice with her. Having a daily practice, especially in the beginning of getting to know a new deity, is a great way to show that you are present and that you are serious. And it also gives you a time in your day where you know that this is a time just for you and that deity, for that connection. Now, this time, you don't need to do elaborate rituals. You don't need 2 or 3 hours a day. 5 minutes is enough when you are first starting. You have your little setup. Take 5 minutes in the morning after you wake up, or 5 minutes just before you go to bed at night. Sit with Hekate in this sacred space, light the candle, say that I'm lighting this candle in your honor, Hekate. I am giving you this fresh water so that you can refresh yourself as an offering. You can place some food offerings or crystal stones, everything that you feel intuitively that you are drawn to gift to her. And by giving her those little offerings, you are showing that, okay, I appreciate you. This is for you. Thank you so much for being in my life. Thank you for teaching me, guiding me. Thank you for your energy, etc. The whole idea here is to build a personal relationship with her. You don't need to have those elaborate altar setups. You don't need a lot to foster a personal connection. Now, as a spiritual person of many years, I started my path in 2009. Through the virtue of being on this path for so long, I've accumulated a lot of trinkets and things that I can use in my practice, in my altar setting, etc. So I have a lot of stuff because I've been doing that for so long. And because of that, and because I truly enjoy the aesthetic of having an altar space, a sacred space in my home, in my living space, I truly enjoy this aesthetic and the peaceful energy that this brings me. I have a bigger altar dedicated to her. But if you're just starting out, your windowsill is just good enough. Your bedside table, it's great. You don't need anything else. The thing that matters most is your pure intention and showing up. This is the truth. Okay, so now let's speak about some food offerings, some offerings that you may wish to give her that are both traditionally associated with her and some from my personal experience. Traditionally, garlic is associated with her, lavender, keys, snakes, swords, night birds like owls, blackbirds like crows, ravens, etc. Dogs are a great symbol for her. In terms of offerings, you can give her milk, honey, eggs, cakes, bread. I give her chocolate sometimes. In terms of crystals, I love to give her, and I associate the following crystals with her: selenite, amethyst, labradorite, lapis lazuli, hematite, carnelian, moonstone, onyx, black tourmaline is another great one. Yeah, I think that those are the crystals. I cannot think of any more on top of my head. What else? You can gift her things you find in nature, like pine cones, stones, etc. Oak is associated with her. In terms of incense that you can burn for her, myrrh, frankincense, lavender, jasmine, nakchampa. I've burned nakchampa for her, and she seemed to enjoy it. I associate the spiral with her, portals, any liminal space. Every time that I cross a bridge in my daily life, I take a moment and say thank you Hekate, or Ave Hekate, or Hail Hekate. I associate the colors red, black, and white with her. Those three colors are traditionally associated with her, but I also associate the colors gray and purple with her. I work with the 4 elements very closely with her. Like I mentioned, she has dominion over the sky, the sea, and the land, and the underworld. Pomegranates are sacred to her. Torches, she carries 2 torches. The wheel of Hekate, I cannot show it to you, but she has a specific symbol, the wheel of Hekate. It is a modern day invention, but it's still something that's associated with her. Now let's talk about books that you may wish to read when it comes to Hekate. Those are my 2 favorites. Circle for Hekate by Surita D. Esde. This is an amazing resource for beginners. It contains the history of Hekate, her mythology, offerings, a lot of great things. It contains other deities that Hekate is associated with, specific places, geographical places associated with Hekate. This is the best book on the market for Hekate. Surita D. Esde has a lot of other great books on Hekate that you can check out. I don't have them as a physical copy, but I have read the majority of her work, so great author, highly recommend. Hekate Sotera, Hekate the Savior, is another epithet of hers. So this book, this is a bit more on the scholarly side. This is a very hard read, but it is an amazing resource. This discusses the role that Hekate has as the soul of the world, associated with the Chaldean oracles, I'm not really sure. Another great books that or authors is Courtney Weber. She has a great book on Hekate as Queen of Witches. Cindy Brannan has a trilogy around Hekate. I am not particularly a fan of her work, but she has some good information out there. She also has a great YouTube channel, so you can check that out. Yeah, I think that covers it in terms of books. Here on this channel, I have created a separate playlist. I think it's called Who is Hekate? And in this playlist, you will have a compilation of different lectures from scholars and other practitioners that are discussing Hekate in her different aspects. So check the playlist out. It's very informative and it will give you a solid foundation without spending any money on books. I think that I am going to do a separate video in which I cover specific oracle and tarot decks that I associate with Hekate. I think that I need to update my Hekate deck list. So anyway, so this will come to the channel sometime this month. So look out for that if you are interested in divination, tarot cards, oracle cards, all that fun things. I don't know if I want to say anything else at this point. I think that is enough if you want to build a relationship with Hekate. Your true and honest intentions matters the most, but you need to show up and show her that you are devoted and that you are dedicated. And she will help you. She did miracles for me. To this day, I still don't know how she pulled the things that she did for me, but I am deeply, deeply grateful for her. This is not a conversion video. I'm not trying to convert you to being Hekate followers or devotees, but if you have interest in working with her that comes from yourself, from your intuition, from your soul, please invest the time and follow that intuitive nudge. I want to say that in conclusion of this video, don't fall prey to the fear-mongering that's been going around online in her name, because yes, at times she can be strict. She doesn't sugarcoat anything. If you have a toxic or negative habit in your life that is actually stopping you from being your best self, the best version of yourself, she will highlight that. She will highlight all of the things that you need to work on to improve yourself, to improve your life. And I truly believe that because she is so illuminating, because she doesn't sugarcoat things, a lot of people are not ready to face their own shadows, and that's why they come online and talk shit about her and say that she is this demon that destroyed their life. No, she's not. She just showed you clear as day your issues and the things that you need to work on, and you didn't have the backbone to face yourself and to actually do the work to improve your life. She will help you, but she will expect for you to show up and act accordingly, act in alignment, and work with her. So if you want to develop a relationship with Hekate, don't expect her to do all of the heavy lifting. Yes, she will lend you a hand, she will help you. She will perform miracles at times, but she will expect for you to show up and also participate. So yeah, guys, this is my introductory video to how to start working with Hekate, where you want to start, some traditional things that you might want to incorporate, etc. I hope that this was informative. I hope that this was useful, and I hope that you get the inspiration and the encouragement to actually give yourself the permission to pursue a relationship with Hekate, because she is a beautiful, beautiful face of the divine. And my personal relationship and experience with her uh, has has not been anything but beautiful, nurturing, and she helped me so much. So yeah, this is my personal experience, and once again, I hope that this video was inspirational, informative, and helpful. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Elisa. You are watching The Art Occultist. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel so that our little community can grow and expand. And before we part ways, I want to let you know that I am a professional tarot reader, and I offer a number of reading services and options for you to choose from. If you feel called to booking a personal reading with me, I'll be really grateful. So yeah, the other thing is that I opened my membership space a few months ago. So we are doing a lot of fun things over there. So check those things out. The link is in the description box down below, as well as under the description box of the channel itself. So yeah, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for spending this half an hour with me, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.